be lucky to make 9. Good evening and welcome to December, no, it's not December, January 21st, 2016 Planning Board meeting. First item on the agenda is a conceptual for Joshua Dunn at 731 Concord Stage Road. Come on to the podium, please, sir. So that's the place that was the daycare?
Correct, the old daycare, yes, sir.
You want to put an exercise facility in?
Correct, yes, sir.
What questions you got?
I was hoping that was a question for me. Like I said, it's the first time doing this, so you guys are kind of running the show for me, telling me what I'm looking for. Again, I don't know exactly what you guys, are looking for. I've heard that you guys want to know about the sign, hours. There will be, we will need to put additional parking lot in the backside. It'll be gravel done by Town Excavation, so that will be another portion that'll be added to that facility. It is on the drawing plan. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 30 by.
You needed to bring the plan.
Okay, great. Yeah, I have it with me. So it's going to be
enlighten the wise men.
What's that?
Could we have a copy of it, please?
Enlighten the wise men.
Absolutely. Nope. Yeah, I got a. Here, sorry. Here, let me separate these. So that's 1, 2. Hold on, babe. Bring it over here. Because I want to separate them. So these are the copies. This one. And this one, and this one.
So we're starting from, this is the top, this is the bad parking lot, Leachfield, Route 77, Larkin Road. This is the anterior, everything inside. Again, I'm not sure about as far as the site review and stuff like that, but this
We aren't worried about the inside.
Okay, so we'll skip the inside. Moving on.
Except for bathrooms, that's the only thing we're worried about,
Okay.
and the septic system.
So again, this looks like this is a complete layout of the roof plan. And then this right here is the elevation. All the elevations of the property and stuff like that. We do have pictures as far as.
You're not going to be changing anything in the exterior of the building?
We're not changing the exterior, no sir. Nope. Everything's staying the same on the outside. And just besides that parking lot will be going in.
You say the current signage and lighting will remain the same, but presumably you're going to put in your own. It's going to say something about your business.
Correct. Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah. The existing sign is left behind. The frame outside, the light outside, the actual sign is inside the building. We are going to be taking the sign, painting over it, and just redecaling it. So it'll be the same exact sign that's already there. We do have a picture of it.
Yep.
Pretty sure the size of it is 4x6.
And since it's basically in the same type of use group that it already had been, my question basically, and I think our question is whether he really even needs a site plan or not. Or if he can just move in, apply for a sign permit, and go for
One
it.
of the things I'd be concerned about is not so much traffic, but the parking.
Yes.
Before it was a daycare center.
Mm-hmm.
People came, dropped off their kids,
Correct.
went, picked up and so forth.
Correct.
But I
Yes,
assume that your customers are going to stay.
Correct. Yes, sir. Yep.
So-
on average, I'd say probably about an hour. So yes.
And how many, at one time, what's the maximum number of customers you would have?
Again, that's really going to be. If I go off where we are right now, our average is probably between, I'd say 8 and 15. And again, but people kind of will be transitioning in and out at the same time. So you might be having some coming in, some leaving at the same time.
But if it's 15, let's assume 15 max
Yep.
per hour. I don't know how many parking places we need, but that's the capacity figure that we need to look
Correct. So out front, there is 9 spots in front of the building already, as is. Our backside, we want to go overkill just because we want to make sure there's enough, obviously, for plowing and all that kind of stuff. So the backside is going to be suitable for 32 spots.
at. 32?
32.
You're adding 32?
Correct. So the back parking lot will be, like I said, it's going to be 300 by 40 feet, and it's allowed for.
300?
Correct.
Then yes, you need the site plan.
Expedited or
An
full-blown?
expansion of 200 square feet or greater to a parking area or driveway.
And notification of abutters, obviously.
Obviously.
I'm not that familiar with the building. Is there a entrance on the rear of the building already?
Correct, yes.
There is.
This parking lot will not be touching the road in any shape or form. There's just
It'll
gonna
be
be a button to
accessed
the.
off Lufkin Road, right?
Correct, yeah. Or like I said, you can obviously you can drive through our parking lot and move
Yeah.
over, because again, there's a whole side, basically a side driveway and cut over. It's just gonna butt up to the existing pavement that's already there.
Why overkill?
Again, we don't know what could happen for expansion in this building. I mean, we're going for a gym. I run boot camps. That's my main thing that I run there. But we're also trying to make it an open gym too. So
You
we
say
basically
you do this somewhere else already?
correct. We have a facility. It's 33 North Stark Highway,
Okay,
right in the center of town,
okay.
where the old ATV place used to be.
Gotcha, okay.
And basically what we are doing is we're allowing our boot camps going on, and then we also want to install a cardio room upstairs, a little cardio room with some machines, and then the lifting room. So people can be just using it as a gym too. So they'll
Like
be
a
doing
membership
so,
gym?
Correct, just like a complete membership. Exactly. That was the whole goal with this, because that was the whole goal. What happened with our place that we have right now is we kind of grew out of that. We can't allow someone to be working out on their own while the boot camp's going on, because we go into both rooms. So in this new building, we're trying to allow us to run the boot camp and have people work out at the same exact time. And
How
not
many
be
people
interfering.
in one boot camp class?
Like I said, that range between that 8 and 15 mark. So it could definitely go up from there, obviously. But again, I can't really foresee it so much
We've had
because
21. We've had 21
yeah.
at once.
So, would you be, if everything's very successful, would you be expanding this building?
Not planning on. No, as it is right now, we definitely think that it could be very suitable for a decent amount
Even
of people.
for a larger business?
Correct. Yes, sir. Yeah. Maybe way down the road, but definitely
But
nothing.
you mentioned the gym, and I had visions of a
No,
basketball
that's a
court
small
type.
one.
Yeah. No, not going that crazy. No. Like I said, we definitely want to keep it small and that kind of thing, and very personable. And that was kind of our goal with this whole thing.
Greg, if the only thing that he's trying to do is putting in this larger parking lot, does that still require a
Yes,
formal
re-
site plan review?
Yes, regulations say 200 square feet or more. So,
Yeah.
not very big.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would be worried about the runoff getting onto Lufkin Road in 77 also, from this big parking lot.
From the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like I said, I talked to Towns Excavation, who was they owned it years and years ago. It used to be a flower shop. He says he is completely, as of right now, it used to be a field, so there's a lot of loam there. So he's gonna be digging that all up, removing it all, and putting complete crushed gravel in there that's gonna allow for all the drainage as needed. So he says he's gonna take care of all. He knows exactly what he needs to do. And like I said, he says he's gonna take care of that and shouldn't have any kind of issues with that. So.
You should be able to drain that back anyway, right?
Hope so.
As opposed to,
I've never been behind it.
huh, you never
I
have.
don't know which
Pretty
way.
flat up there, as I recall.
Yeah.
Correct. He used, like I said,
Driving by, it looks flat. I don't
yeah,
know
it
what-
used to be a field. So like I said, it's probably God, size wise, man, all like the whole backside. I'm guessing 1.5 acres. I mean, just flat field. It's all kind of growing up, little brush and stuff. But it's all loam, so it's all used to be grass. Like that.
How big is the lot?
The lawn on
The
the
lot, the whole lot size?
the lot is going to be
2.3 acres.
2.3.
okay, yeah,
Are you buying the building or just renting?
buying. Yes, on to purchase.
Yeah, when you bring the site plan, what Craig's mentioning is, even though you're not paving it, because you got cars driving on it and
Mhm.
compacting it, it's
Mhm.
not gonna, water is not gonna soak into the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna run off somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So when you bring the plan showing the parking lot, show it like pitched, so it doesn't run towards Lufkin
Okay.
Road.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay.
I think it's called a drainage study.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay, good to know.
the size of the septic system, how many gallons per day it can handle,
Okay. We have. Like I said,
how
we got it
many
tested.
employees you're gonna have, how many, what loading you're gonna put into it, as
Okay.
opposed to what the system's good for now.
Okay, yeah, like I said, we had it tested, I don't know, they gave us the report, I didn't bring it with us, we did have the septic
Yeah,
guard
I
tested
mean,
by,
I don't need it, but I don't want it
yeah.
right now, I'm just, for the site plan.
okay,
And it was a commercial system because it was designed for the daycare
I
center.
assume it's big enough
yeah.
with the daycare, but I
Yeah, like I
don't
said,
know
we're pretty
that.
much cleared on that, I'll bring it all back like that, but by the septic company, said it was definitely, everything looked great, golden.
Well, it's been unused for so long, it's like new.
Yeah.
But I just hope it's,
5 years now, I
Yes.
think.
is it big enough to handle it? I would assume
Right,
it is,
but-
but
right.
Yeah.
there's something showing the drainage patterns from the lot and the water from the parking lot. Hopefully we don't need a drainage study to say how many cubic feet per second is coming off the parking lot into the road. Hopefully we don't need that. Hopefully we can get away without that part.
It's pretty flat.
Yeah,
The
it's
water's
pretty
not gonna
flat.
run that fast.
If he grades it the right way, it's not gonna get out on the road.
Correct.
Probably a surveyor could do that for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Do a little topographic survey showing the proposed and existing grades for the parking lot.
Yeah, if you're not touching the building, there's nothing to do about that.
The inside of the building is Chip's department, not ours.
Yeah, I get him. So I believe I gave you all the paperwork that you need for the application. You'll just have to find yourself somebody to do the site plan for you.
Okay. Okay.
There are numerous people in town that could do it. One's sitting in the back, one's Art Siciliano, there's,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, if I get some contacts, it'd be good.
yeah, and they gotta have a stamp. Not Eldon.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
When are you looking to open this up?
No idea.
Do you have it like before spring, before summer?
Yeah, I mean, we really just, yeah, we got to deal with financial too, you know, waiting on tax returns, that kind of stuff, so we really don't know, you know, I mean, we're hoping the next couple, you know, next few months or so we can get this thing rolling like that, but definitely, our fingers are crossed to get done after winter, so.
Okay.
But as of right now, you know, we're kind of on that path, so. Scared of all that ice and snow and all that kind of stuff, so.
Imminently.
How long have you been in this business?
I've been doing it for 2 years now, we just celebrated our 1 year in this facility we are right now. On
And
the
already you've outgrown it.
12th. Correct, yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, January 12th was our 1 year, so.
You see you folks running, that's the, come up there, I see a group going up East Road.
No,
That's not-
no. I
that's
know
not
they do
your
some
group.
stuff from the middle school and stuff like that. Someone does something over there.
Well, that's different,
kids,
different
yeah.
group. I thought
It
it was
is.
you guys.
Yeah, no.
I was gonna say, running on 77, you wanna watch,
Yeah. No,
hide behind your head or
we'll
something.
probably avoid that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, we hopefully have, yeah, I mean, the cardio equipment, different kind of machinery, it's like that. We can stay indoors and get that workout done.
Any other questions, comments?
How about hours? I know you guys, I mean, our goal is,
How are your hours working out where you are now?
what's that, how many?
How are they working out where you are now?
Pretty decent, but people always want more, and I can't provide more. Our ultimate goal, so I gotta bring it up to you guys to make sure, you know, I mean, that kind of stuff. Our ultimate goal was to have a key code entry, cameras, security system, all that kind of stuff, and trying to go for like a 24-hour gym. Again, it would not be very busy on those other hours, but I have a lot of people that want the early mornings or whatever like that, not so much the evening stuff, but the early morning. I just can't do it. You know, I mean, I'm doing 7 days a week right now, 70 hours a week, and eventually maybe I'll have an employer or something like that. But as of right now, you know, I mean, I want to be able to make sure we can make it. This is a huge jump for us already. So
You're young enough, you can work it.
nah, I still got a small family. I gotta try.
Okay, all
I gotta
right.
try to see them every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you have to.
yeah, I know.
Please,
I know.
thank you.
So that was another question that we don't know. I mean, I just want to bring it up to you guys and ask you guys. We don't know as far as insurance, all that kind of fun stuff. But our goal was to go for that. Like I said, to allow a lot more privileges for more people like that.
You know, I can tell you that I belong to the Henniker Fitness, and they do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's pretty light traffic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
From, I don't know how late it goes, 8 or 9 o'clock.
They go
Not-
24
not
hours.
much happening until 7. Well,
Yeah.
Chip's an expert up here too.
Yeah,
So I
I'm
don't
coming
think-
in when
I
he
don't-
leaves.
I don't think it would impact, I don't think that 24-hour system would impact, negatively impact
Yes.
the,
Okay. Good to know. Thank you. Yep.
personally.
Okay.
I don't think there's no real close butters either, is there?
No. Like I said, you got the across the street, you got the park out there, and then to the right, but there's kind of pine trees that block them.
Yeah.
Well, if you're looking at the building to the right, but they're like way back, cause it's like a field, grass,
Right,
they're
set back
way
in the
back.
field, right.
Yeah, they're set way back, and then the
You
back
get the
side
neighbors
obviously.
across the way, across the Lufkin, Bigfoot excavating or whatever they are.
Yep, okay, yep.
They have that construction.
But that's their house, too.
That's their
Yeah.
house also.
There's the horse farm.
The house just to the east of that's probably a good 1,000 feet away and set back quite a ways
Yeah.
off the
And
road.
there's a whole group of apartments back
Yeah,
there.
right behind.
On Lufkin
Yeah, that's
Road.
further
Yep.
down the
Right.
road,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
they're kinda-
nothing immediately.
Yeah, they're kind of all blocked too, I mean, the apartments, they got a bunch of, there's still some big trees out back there, but they're pretty far away too, so. Good distance away.
Then across the street is the stables, I believe, correct?
Yeah, kinda diagonal, yeah, directly across from us is the park.
Trailer park.
Is there a,
Trailer.
Yeah.
is there a house associated with that stable? I know there's a barn
Yes.
there.
Yes, there is.
The only thing I don't know right offhand, it's probably in here someplace, is buffers between commercial and residential zones.
I think they double.
Isn't that building in the commercial zone?
Yes, but he has residential butters.
The apartment building lot in the back, all residential too?
The only
Yeah.
place they can really see is that place sits back in the field, right?
I think industrial doubles, I'm not sure whether commercial does or
I
not.
think the one thing you
They're a
might
good distance away too.
try to avoid is having headlights beaming into people's,
Yeah, it says you might want to put a little berm up
people's
behind it,
windows.
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
the back parking
Yeah,
lot, just all
definitely be,
headlights.
yeah, I'd definitely be curious on that, I mean,
Pine trees or
see
something
kind
on
of
it.
what's going on, but there are, but like I said, there are kind of these, quite a bit of trees that are kind of blocking out already. And obviously we can put in, we put some more or whatever it is, you know, to take care of that, but there's a lot of good blockage going on there.
Page 19?
Maybe when he takes,
19?
when he digs a loam up, instead of them dragging it
Page.
away, maybe just make a berm.
30.
Cause we,
In the winter, keep the snowmobiles from flying
Yeah,
across the field into
Yeah.
this building.
no,
think
sure.
so?
No,
They'll
I could
use it as a
definitely look
ramp.
into that, absolutely.
probably.
I've seen
Absolutely.
them jump across the driveway a few times.
Save you having to pay him to haul it away.
Yeah, yeah, cause like I said, it's just, like you said, exactly, it's just gonna be that one pulling this way, other
Well,
than
if
that.
it needs to be hauled away, I'm not that far away and I need somewhere to tune of 1,000 yards is what I'm told.
What are you doing?
Trying to level a field, on the side yard.
I don't see it right now.
I think it'd definitely be nice to see that building finally occupied again. Been almost 5 years now.
It's been a while. We've had a couple people in here looking.
Yeah.
We've had a couple people in here
Yes.
inquiring about how to use it.
Have you already purchased the property or is it in
Right,
the process?
It's in the process, right? I
Okay.
mean, the offer is in, the offer hasn't been accepted, but we have all the contingencies too, so. The main ones now are the contingency to the town, and the contingency to the financial, so,
Per the zoning, any commercial activity shall provide for and maintain a strip of native plantings approved by the planning board along property lines and boundaries, including road frontage that may be required to act as a visual screen and or sound buffer.
Yeah, you think there's some residential homes there?
Well, it's residentially zoned,
I thought that was
behind it,
commercial.
beside it,
Yeah, beside it
to
even.
the right.
Is it?
Yeah, the guy in the field.
Yeah, he's the last one of that little bunch of commercial.
There's a whole line of trees you can't even see, like if you see our pictures, you can't even see the apartments.
No, I think the home in the
Just
field
the-
is
just the
probably
house,
more
yeah,
concerning than
because
the
there's
Oh,
apartment.
the house to the right when you
Yeah,
look
I'll
at
be that far
it. I
enough
didn't
picture.
get a picture of the house to the right.
I drive by that every morning, I'm familiar with that, so.
Yeah,
It's
but I see what you're
Set back quite a
saying.
ways.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's set back quite a ways, but
Yeah.
And we can
It
get some,
could
It doesn't mean you
shine
don't need
in
a
the
buffer.
house.
But there,
We can
there,
get some
there's
more,
already
I mean.
trees and bush and shrubs there, I believe.
yeah, this one kinda it's kinda blurred, kinda cuts a little bit, shows a little bit, but this would be from, this is a side shooting across the parking lot right now. So, you know, just kinda not the world's best pictures like that, we could definitely get a better one, but like I said, that's where your headlights would be going right now. Hitting that
oh,
line.
in the backyard.
Correct, yeah, this is basically this is Lufkin Road right here, and this is the parking lot. The
Okay.
parking lot will go basically behind this fence this
So
way.
you're gonna come off Lufkin Road into that parking lot?
You can come off Lufkin or 77, doesn't really matter, because it cuts we're gonna have enough room, you know what I mean, that traffic's gonna be able to go, so
Are
they'll
you-
cut through wherever.
You're using the existing accesses to the property now?
Correct. Yes, sir.
You're not adding another one? is
No, no,
Okay.
no, absolutely not.
Do we want to do a site walk?
Yeah. Why
It
not?
wouldn't hurt, but I think most of us are familiar with it. I drive by it on a regular
Yeah,
basis.
I drive by it every morning.
Let's not,
Let's not make a formal site walk then.
you know,
If we
let's,
wanna go look at it, drive by and take a look at it.
if something comes up,
So technically, can we do a site walk when he doesn't actually own the property yet?
If the owner signs the application, we can, sure.
We
What do we have?
He's got an
Whenever we
affidavit.
get an application.
He's got an affidavit from the owner.
Well, I'm sure
We
you'd
have a
like
letter of
to,
affidavit too, giving us permission.
avoid is purchasing the property and then finding out there's some issues they're gonna, you know, which probably aren't, but
The only issues I could see would be septic and,
Like I said, we had the septic
Drainage
tested
and-
and, we got our offer in where we are planning on doing, we have a lot of fixes that we're already kind of doing. We have a lot of construction work also, on the inside, some stuff being done, but we already kind of have it all kind of lined up.
Yep.
Because of the price that we got, that we're going for, us like that, so. And we definitely, we're comfortable with, what we're, still gonna be a good,
now, will it also be where you live?
no,
No.
no, sir, no, no, I ain't living there. I don't think so,
no one's gonna live there. This is just a business,
correct.
not a residence.
No, 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 no.
Not even caretakers or
No.
staff.
There's no bedrooms in there, no sleeping facilities.
Absolutely not, absolutely not, nope, 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 nope.
Hopefully, there's a place for somebody to rest.
all the exercise.
Either.
Yeah, they can,
Yeah.
you don't have to move off the
Doesn't
floor.
really allow that.
Bring your own mattress.
Climb out in your car and take a nap in your car. That's all, only thing I can think of. Any more questions for us?
So I guess, like I said, the site plan, move on with the site plan and get some stuff on that, parking lot.
Sounds good.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Told you it would be easy.
Question for Chip. When you send out the notification,
Yes,
does it indicate to the abutters what the nature of the business is?
yes.
And has this gentleman seen the form he has to fill out?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Probably kind of
Make sure you double check the RSAs on the mobile home
overwhelming. I
park.
can't really remember
And
what
what?
that was.
Make sure we get the right abutter for the mobile home park. And don't go through the
You might
fiasco
want-
we had last time.
I haven't seen that one.
Check
Yes,
the
because I think it has to go to
I'm the
everybody.
wife, so I do all of
Don't tell
that.
him.
Because we notified, in the last one, we notified the managing council,
We got
whatever.
notified the association, and it's in the RSA, it's pretty clear.
And it, yeah, and it ended up that we had no, we didn't send them to everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Do you guys want to know this?
You want any of
What?
That.
Nope, take it with you.
Yeah.
You can throw it back at us in another form.
Does it need to be expedited?
No,
Okay. So it's this.
that's all kind of a play on words. It's
Okay.
a standard site plan and expedited site plan are pretty much the same thing.
Okay, all right, so like I said, can you give me a contact then for site review then?
Yeah, give me a call tomorrow or Monday or whenever.
Okay,
Stop by and say hello.
okay,
Bring the kids.
we can do that.
He gets
And the
lonely during the
kids.
day.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. All right, guys,
That was fun.
well, I appreciate it, thank you so
Great.
much, guys,
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
The kids got to push the button on the copy machine. They were happy.
Second item on the agenda is an expedited site plan for TNC property on 33 B&B Lane.
Of course they have plans. It's stapled to the back of their application. They just haven't looked that far.
What do you mean we haven't looked that far?
Well, these guys are all down there sticking their hands out looking for a plan,
No, you're right here.
You said there's another folding crease.
which is where all the important things happen, is right on that crease.
The photos, which I couldn't email.
Has everybody had a chance to look at the checklist? Has anybody had a chance to look at the checklist?
Does the application for expedited review have a date next to the signature? Is it final that that's?
What do you mean? Second page has a date on it.
Page 35?
So, I was at the 33. I'm pretty sure it's the same date, but
Yeah, it was the same date.
Right. Doesn't even seem like it's much different than what he was doing.
No, it isn't. The repairing part of the dumpster business and the auto body were exactly the same. The only thing that is different is he wants to manufacture dumpsters. But it'll still all be in the same building. There's no changes to anything.
No,
The only thing that seems to be changing is that you might store more things outside.
the roll-off dumpsters that he constructs and the compactors that he repairs, services, are 8 by 22. It's a standard size, which is half the size of the trailers that Maryland Sons used to paint and repair on a regular basis. So I don't think there's not
So
going
it
to be.
wouldn't be an increase.
No, I don't believe so at all.
can we get a motion to accept the application as complete before we
Yeah,
get rolling along here?
Sure.
So moved.
We have a second? Discussion? All in favor?
Right.
Aye. Opposed? Abstained?
Did you appoint John?
No, I can't appoint John. Rick is, we cannot replace Rick. Rick
He's ex officio.
Rick is irreplaceable. Not like you. You are replaceable.
Don't put that in the record, please.
You can replace me anytime
You
you
can replace
want.
me too. I don't have a problem with that either. Okay.
Who seconded on that?
Chuck. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chairman. I represent East Coast Compactor Corp. and TNC Property LLC. That's the same people, but they obviously split up for liability reasons. So what you have here in front of you is an existing conditions plan that is also a change of use site plan. And the change of use is because East Coast Compactor Corp. That repairs large scale trash compactors and cardboard compactors. They want to manufacture roll-off dumpsters in their in the slow times. It's all contained within the limits of the building, all the repairs, all the construction. And other than the types of compactors, the compactors that repaired are just different than the vehicles that Maryland Sons repaired. Painting is the same. The outdoor storage is basically the same. But the requirements say that for the change of use, you need to have a site plan. And frankly, there may be a building addition in the future. That's one of the reasons that we did such an extensive survey of all the drainage patterns and everything, understanding that we're over an aquifer. So if he ever wants to do anything in the future, we can just jump right on it and get it done. So The only thing that's stored outside would be the compactors that he builds. I mean, the roll-off dumpsters that he builds, and the compactors that come in for repair. They're stored outside. He repairs them, then he ships them right back out.
We've got
Yes.
a couple questions regarding the repairing end of the business. When these dumpsters come in, they're not clean.
They are not full. They are empty.
Well, if the hydraulics are working on them, if they're coming in because the hydraulics are trash,
No, he does not accept them that way. They have to be cleaned out before they come. He doesn't have anything on site to take care of that.
Clean meaning emptied or clean meaning closed down?
Cleaning meaning they're empty.
because the ones that are at supermarkets and the produce department and the meat department, and
I don't believe he repairs the putrescible waste ones.
come in.
It's
Filthy.
it's the paper and the cardboard and that stuff.
Well, if that's the case, is there any way we can indicate that on the plan? Because
Well-
it's,
Your concern is that if these have to be cleaned on site and they contain certain kinds of waste
right,
and properties
No,
over an aquifer,
He
that
doesn't,
would be a
he
problem.
doesn't, he doesn't repair, he doesn't do the insides. It's the hydraulics and the compact
right.
mechanics.
But
It's
when they're
not,
broken down, when the hydraulics are shot and the thing comes in, the reason why the hydraulics are shot is the thing's leaked, it's full of crap, and behind the pusher, the ram.
yeah.
And so that stuff is all packed in there, and it comes in, and it's gotta get taken out, and something's gotta be done with it. And if it's gonna sit on site and get washed into the aquifer, that's
No,
not
he
right.
told me that the stuff that gets behind there is paper goods. It's not those kind of compactors.
But I think the point is we need to be sure that that is on the plan, so that we,
I can't guarantee that he's not gonna have some dumpsters that would have that.
then the concern is what impact will that have on the aquifer? Because that's one of the things we need to protect.
I don't think it would have any impact on the aquifer.
Well, it has to be addressed somehow, I guess is the point, right? I mean, common sense will tell you that. If there's a lot of garbage going out, you gotta clean it up, or something's gonna happen. Rats will eat it, otherwise, I guess.
Well, park
Well,
lot,
there's not many
impermeable pad, something.
hydraulic fluid or anything else.
Yeah.
The hydraulics are all self-contained in a bin. They're not open. So if the entire amount of hydraulic fluid did leak from the ram, it's contained within the unit. It doesn't just spew on the ground. They're built that way. You can't have a leak on the ground.
Well, I think we need, whether it's a note on the plan saying that no hydraulic leakage or no residue leakage shall occur on the ground or something that gives Chip some teeth to say, okay, you're leaking, you gotta do something about it.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't want to pigeonhole him, because I didn't interview him that in depth for tonight's meeting.
No, I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
But he said that, he did tell me that what they'll get is they'll get a couple of garbage cans full of the paper stuff, the light stuff that,
We understand that's what they like to
So-
get, but
well, we can add a note to the plan that says,
I assume the building has a concrete floor.
yes, it does.
Does it have floor drains?
The floor drains have been plugged. The prior
So-
owner
so
had the floor
whatever
drains.
And these things are all gonna be cleaned inside, not outside, I would
That,
assume.
I would think so.
We could certainly add a note to the plan, said something that, so where's the stuff gonna go once it gets on the concrete floor?
But he doesn't clean the dumpsters. He repairs the hydraulics. He does not clean out the container itself.
He doesn't repaint them.
No, not the insides. No, he repairs the hydraulics. It's not a cleaning facility for dumpsters. He repairs the hydraulics for the compactors.
then he shouldn't mind a note on the plan saying that.
What do you want the note to say?
That the dumpsters either will be clean when they show up on site,
Well, no, that's one way to do it, but
No refuse or or oil leakage shall occur.
I was gonna say any fluids. Oh, I haven't got there yet, I'm thinking.
Just the will be contained
Any fluid
and
leakage,
disposed
any
of
fluid
properly.
leakage shall be contained.
and such that it shall not go into the aquifer. Because he might wanna clean some of the stuff outside, and if he can figure out a way to do it,
Mhm.
as long as it doesn't go into the aquifer, that's our concern.
And I'd really like prefer it to say hydraulic fluid or refuse,
Including
including refuse.
including hydraulic fluid and refuse.
Yeah.
So it's a general statement, but we're making specific reference to the things, at least at the moment, we think will be there, or may be there.
Sounds like in an ideal world, it's gonna be recyclable materials, be it plastics, cardboard, paper, is that correct?
That's pretty much what he said, yeah.
Okay, but he does work on compactors that handle normal everyday trash on occasion.
I would think so.
My concern would be during the summer, if it gets stored outside, the stench, when there are gonna be neighbors.
It is an industrial park.
Abutting rural ag.
The closest house is probably a quarter mile.
Oh, I agree. But I'm just putting that out there, that during the height of summer, there may be odors if it gets stuck out there for a while.
Have a no stink zone.
I think our code enforcement officer will take care of that when he gets a complaint. That's his job.
Gladly.
I knew that. Maybe. How about some kind of note saying any fluids, including hydraulic fluid or refuse from the site, shall be contained and properly disposed of off-site?
In a
And-
timely manner.
And say something about, and not, make it clear that it's not going, what you say, off-site?
Yes,
Okay.
in a timely manner. Does that make sense? Yep. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions, comments?
This says the hours of operation are 5 to 10 weekdays. What are the current hours of operation? For Merrill?
They're closed down.
I think
They're
we're
gone.
7 to.
I know they would, well, I would see Bruce Merrill, going by at 6:30, 6:45.
Right.
But what about the 10 PM?
I don't know, other people in the park operate 24 hours a day, so
They do?
Brown does.
Brown does.
The welder, repair welder, those guys are in and out. I can hear them from my house. They're in and out 24 hours a day.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought there was a limit there of 10 o'clock too.
No.
Okay, no problem. Other people are doing it, in other words.
He's gotta get these things in and out. They don't sit around for weeks and weeks on end. They're brought there for a specific reason. They need to be repaired and get back online, so it's not, I don't think you're gonna see stuff sitting out there for months at a time. Days, probably days.
Anything else, Craig?
I got a couple little things for Mike. Note 10 says the wetland buffer. Where's their wetlands?
Well, there aren't any. It's just a carryover from other site plan notes. There are no wetlands on site, and there are no wetlands within.
That's what I thought.
Or
That's why
300 feet.
I asked, where's the wetlands?
If you want me to take it off, I can. Doesn't really apply. There aren't any wetlands anyplace.
Why don't you change, say no wetlands are on the site?
Sure.
Note 11. You know I have to say this, specific is spelled wrong.
Yes.
I had to say that.
Good job. You sleeping?
You know, sometimes I have typos just to see if you guys are on your toes.
I understand.
Thanks,
Other times-
thanks for the
other-
test.
Other
We
times,
appreciate that.
other times I just suck.
And can you move the bar scale down or somewhere to get the text up underneath it?
Oh, yeah.
You know, Mike, sometime I hope you're on a planning board and Craig has to appear before you.
Oh, come on. Like, some towns
Me
we go
too.
to. It's just
Because I'll be getting paid then, and he won't.
horrible. That's true. I've been on site walk before and on a Saturday and
Yeah.
everyone's, you know, let's take a group picture and this and that. And like, Mike, why are you smiling so big? I said, because I'm the only one that's getting paid.
Any other questions from the board? Anybody from the public like to speak?
I think everything's been said, the aquifer and the garbage, the fisher cats and the coyotes and everything else.
We don't have anything here about coyotes, do we? Just checking.
Throw them in the dumpster.
I'm sure there's coyotes. I'm sure there's coyotes down there, but I'm gonna close the public hearing.
Oh, I'm sure there's
Trust
coyotes down in that.
I'm sure there is. Any other comments? Questions, concerns?
Any signage?
He said in his application, I believe the signage, he was gonna use the existing sign.
Right.
Yeah, and we have a picture of on the building. He just wants to put new graphics in the same.
Isn't there a standing sign in front of that building?
I don't believe there
No,
is.
there isn't.
No, it's at the other building,
Raycom has one.
yeah.
The business really, they don't have customers come to the building much, they don't need a lot.
Just
Or
truck
just
truck
have
driver
existing
delivery,
building.
it's truck driver deliveries is
It
about
not
it.
have to do with this, but the sign out on the road could be redone and nice looking. I'm just saying with the new sign ordinances and stuff, that,
But there's no new sign ordinance yet,
okay. If there would be,
if there would be.
that would be,
And we cannot legislate for taste.
you know,
Unfortunately.
that's a matter, tomato, and what, you know?
Okay, you look for a motion?
I am.
Move the application be approved with the conditions that notes, general notes on the plan, 10 be eliminated and replaced with the note that said no wetlands on the property. The spelling correction in note 11 be changed, and the, what's that language?
Any,
And the following condition,
any fluids,
And
a new note stating
any fluids, including hydraulic fluid or refuse from the site shall be contained and properly disposed of off-site in a timely manner.
that's the motion.
Do we have a second? Chuck seconds. Can we add that the graphics here get moved so it's been consistent with the other wording?
Absolutely.
You agree, Chuck? Okay. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Opposed? Abstained? Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. You want that?
Nope.
Filed. Okay, Now we-
Definitions.
now we get to go on to opening the public hearing for zoning
we take
ordinances.
a little 2-minute break.
2-minute break. First, we're gonna go out and take a 2-minute break. Maybe 5.
When's our next meeting?
February.
Yes, February
That was helpful.
11th.
What is Mike's last name?
Dahlberg.
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 Nice boots. You're welcome. Have to say something for 5 minutes, don't we?
As long as you don't sing.
No, I'm not gonna say, don't worry. I ordered new hats coming in tomorrow.
A Green Bay hat?
Yeah.
Well,
Finally gonna go to the incinerator?
don't jinx yourself until next year. Start wearing it beginning of next season.
No, I gotta break them in.
All right, fishing
We
this
got-
summer. Fishing this summer.
OTAs and training camp, draft, you gotta wear it for all those things. And Neil, did you realize we had no citizens petitions this year?
Never seen
No petition zoning?
Yeah. I think it's the first time that's happened. No rezoning properties, no, nothing. All those people out there aren't paying attention. Obviously,
Things are good.
obviously.
Did we, except for the sign thing, did we have one last year?
We had a lady
Yeah,
that wanted to
had a
rezone
couple.
her property, we had 2 people wanted to rezone their property.
You're right.
We almost always have 1 or 2 of those.
Everybody slipped.
Strange. But that's okay.
Maybe that means we're all okay.
Maybe they like us.
Okay.
They're attacking in a different direction.
An old Marine guy.
Okay, that's subjective. Okay, never mind. Man.
Is this something that you produced?
Actually,
No.
Craig and
Bruce.
Bruce produced
Chip's
a lot
needed-
of that.
Chip let me know that we kind of messed up, but he needed something with the new ordinance, the existing ordinance with the new ordinance wording added and crossed out.
So I'm looking at the first part, shouldn't the,
So I did the
No, I
first part
wasn't. I
and
had
No, but-
Bruce did the sign ordinance.
but shouldn't the first lines be crossed out?
Confused.
Yeah.
Nope. What do you mean? First lines be crossed out.
You got 2 definitions of hotel. The first sentence and the second sentence. I thought the second sentence replaced the first sentence. The second sentence being the one that John found as a statutory definition.
So I laugh when I
Here's
hear
the version that we all agreed to
many times we'll go to
2 meetings ago.
and I'll leave my own driveway.
2 meetings.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago.
Some of the people are all
The last meeting, that was what, this is, what you have in your hand is what I emailed out and what was up on the screen for definitions.
Did I miss a cross out? Is that what you're saying?
With no notes.
I give you a ticket from.
In other words, this is the way the ordinance should read.
You take it, take.
Yes.
mine.
You take the existing ordinance and
This is-
definition of
this is
hotel.
what- This is what we all agreed to.
What I tried to do was I took the existing ordinance and took what we agreed to, and I tried to make the 2 into 1 document. If I missed a cross out, that's all right. Yeah, I did. Obviously, I did.
Then I missed it in mine when I did mine.
So which rendition are we're gonna use tonight?
This one,
The one that Chip gave
the
me?
one that Chip gave you, yes.
Okay.
Now, since we can only make grammatical corrections tonight.
We can make typographical corrections also.
Okay.
And I think me forgetting to strike through a line is a typographical correction.
I will gladly take out my magic pen
Which one is this we're talking about?
and do that.
The very first line under hotel. The old meaning, the old definition, basically.
Oh, okay.
I should have struck that through. Does everybody agree that's a typo?
Yes.
Well, one person does anyway, that's good.
So in this version that Chip gave us,
This is,
in
this,
bold and italicized is
going in.
The new version.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And whatever structures will be taken out.
Gotcha.
It's just like, I think it's the same, it might be the same as mine, the one that I sent you.
Okay.
But I think Craig italicized his. I didn't, cause I did the same
To
thing.
be honest, I didn't look at yours. I'm sorry.
Cause I sent it, cause I sent them with the minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was late. You were late.
You might say send them after I did.
I didn't, anyway, it doesn't matter.
I think the signs definition is correct. On special exceptions, I don't know why bed and breakfast is underlined.
I don't know why either.
And just so I understand it,
It should be.
even though we have something bolded and italicized, that just tells us that's the change. But when it actually gets into the ordinance, that's not going to be bold and italicized,
just
it's
regular
going to be
text.
regular type.
Right.
Okay. Well, I think bed and breakfast is the same thing. It's
That's
not
right.
supposed to be underlined, it was
Should
just
be bold and
bed-
It's
italicized.
supposed to be italicized, not underlined.
correct. On the next one, there's a duplication there, and I'm not sure why. The word boarding or rooming houses is repeated.
That's a grammatical error.
So let's
Yes.
take out the second one.
Yep.
So it reads boarding or rooming houses, hotels, tourist courts, or homes including cabins and motels, and accessory structures. And our change there was to add the word hotels.
Yeah.
Just a technical question, why are on the next one, 2739, why is licensed land and surveyor capitalized? I know Craig thinks it's the most important thing in the world, but is there some reason for that?
Aren't titles capitalized? Like president, congressman, representative?
The only time representative would be capitalized is if it were in front of an individual's name. And since it doesn't say licensed land surveyor, Craig, I think it should be lowercase.
New Hampshire should still remain capitalized.
New Hampshire is capitalized, but not the licensed land
Really?
surveyor, right?
LLS should be lowercase.
Yes.
Really?
Everything I've got has,
Argument to that would be MD for doctor.
everything I have is NHLLS capitals.
If it's NHLLS, that may be something different, but when you're just writing it out. Same thing down below where Craig is capitalized, on the 27.3.11, subdivision plan is capitalized, and licensed land surveyor,
Well, wouldn't the subdivision plan be a title?
no. Just this is not Germany, where they capitalize every other word.
I'm not trying to do every other word, just like 1 out of 5.
But let's be consistent with the rest of the ordinance. And also, apparently in the original ordinance, we capitalized historical district. Historical overlay district.
We capitalized Conservation Commission too, and Planning Board.
Well, Conservation and Commission and Planning Board probably should be capitalized because they're, let's call them
Entities.
entities that were created by the town. And that's just my sense. Hey, it's not a huge deal. If Craig is going to be offended, then leave it in.
Well, a question. Let's go back to 2434 on the first page. You said hotels was, that also means bowling, I guess, apparently.
That's the only thing that should be bold in
The
italics,
the
is the
rest
word
of it
hotels.
is not,
Yes.
the words tourist court or homes including cabins or motels and accessory structures, and the first use of the word boarding or rooming houses, that's in the current law.
Okay,
And so those should have been standard,
okay.
because the only thing that we changed was to add the word hotels.
Well, since you've already nailed me for like 3 or 4 mistakes, I will take a little explanation. No, I had the flu on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and I did this on Tuesday.
The flu causes you to capitalize
Yes,
unnecessarily?
and can't type, and can't copy and paste, and can't strike through.
Fuzziness, general
Did
fuzziness.
Yes.
I bet he wasn't fuzzy
Glad
during the
we got
remake,
that.
though.
Yeah, it was. Oh, I almost fell asleep.
You probably
Okay.
get yours and mine probably about the same time, Carol.
Moving down to
Pardon me?
20,
Did you probably get yours and mine about the same time then?
Mhm. Saturday night, I was going pretty bad.
That's approval. We need to sign it.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I was living with migraines. That's what you got until late for me.
So you can send me this tomorrow as to whether you've decided on that a New Hampshire licensed land surveyor is entitled to be capitaled or not.
27,311. Are we there yet?
No. So land use coordinator gets capitalized, but licensed land
No,
surveyor doesn't.
land use coordinator should not be capitalized.
So we have
Enforcement-
a lot of
I agree.
typos.
A lot of the,
My title stays capitalized
Mine doesn't,
for at least 2 more years.
and mine requires a license. And fees and CEUs and all kind of stuff.
That just means you paid more.
When you get paid to go on sidewalks, you gotta,
CEUs are capitalized.
Yeah, CEUs are capitalized.
Because those are initials.
Okay, where are we, Neil?
we're on, I think we're on 27,311. And again,
Again, the caps.
subdivision regulations should be small, lowercase, licensed land surveyor, lowercase, subdivision plan, lowercase. Town of Ware is capitalized,
What about the word town when it doesn't specify what town?
because it's referring to the specific town Ware. If it were just generic town, it would be small, lowercase, but this is the town of Ware that's being referred to. In that case, I think capitalization is
Even though
appropriate.
subdivision regulations are
an ordinance.
an ordinance, basically.
Guys,
I'm asking, I'm not trying to.
lightning will not come down from the skies and strike us dead.
Are you sure?
Will you sign that? I don't want your signature, you're using your left hand, it probably doesn't even look right.
I'm left-handed.
Oh, perfect.
Normally we're looking for capitals.
Well, okay, other than that, I think, and those are really small items, but I think other than that, we got it right. That is to say, this reflects what we agreed on.
Except for one thing.
Are we actually gonna really nitpick capitalization? Because if so,
Yes.
Only in the new stuff. I mean, if we're doing something,
We
I
can't
want,
go after the old stuff, really.
okay.
That's out of our,
right,
at this point, that's off our.
It's grandfathered.
Was, okay, never mind.
you can make an argument, I would buy it, that, look, whatever we started, we should remain consistent. Change the whole thing or don't change anything, because it looks pretty silly if you're reading half the thing and it's capitalized one way and the other half is capitalized
In
another
order
way.
to do that, though, we have to go through the entire book.
We're not doing
I'm
it.
not doing.
Are you done?
I'm moving on to signs, Article 34.
Yeah, now that he's off of Craig, I do the
Yes.
sign part.
Now the heat's off me. All the agreed shouldn't be there. Agreed 1716 should not be there.
Well, that was John's
Yeah.
way of making sure that
They shouldn't be in the final document.
You're
I
correct.
understand why they're there.
I know.
you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct.
I'm glad we agree on something else.
Now, on 34-2, delete, relocated to, et cetera, that whole line gets deleted, right?
I kind of would like it there so Naomi knows when she's working on this articles that,
That's why I left it there.
she would understand
So where
the
it got-
definition going someplace
So
else.
just eliminate the agreed?
Yes.
I would assume if there's anything that ever points to 34.2, at least you have.
See, I left it like that so that that whole stricken stuff gets removed, and the only left is that delete relocated to article.
Can we eliminate the word delete since we've already deleted it? As I'm reading the new ordinance, it
yeah.
isn't gonna be there. It's been deleted.
Yes,
And the only thing we would keep is capital R relocated to Article 4.1 definitions.
See, I went the other way, Craig, I didn't capitalize enough.
I see that. Should definitions be capitalized because it's a section of the article?
No, it's only because I
Okay.
eliminated the first word in the sentence.
With or without the parentheses?
The other ones in the one, in the, that had, with stuff like that in parentheses around it as well.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought, okay.
And it's also nice because it distinguishes it from ordinance language. This is just other kinds of
Reference
information.
language.
Yeah. So we're gonna eliminate, delete, agree to 1.7 under 34.3.1.
No, other sections in the ordinance that have been deleted, say, the number is still there, but it says deleted next to it, and a lot of them say deleted in its entirety or something.
Yeah.
No, just deleting the date. That's all we've done everywhere else.
Yeah, deleted, and then the date,
Yeah, which would be March something.
the date of town meeting.
An
Yeah.
example is 34.94. 34.94
Can I go over there?
is an
Oh,
example. of
okay. I guess that's the way Naomi does it then. That's the way we
Okay.
do it.
But that's something that Naomi or somebody else does when
I
they're
would
putting it
think so.
together. We don't need to.
I hope we don't have to do that.
Okay.
We didn't do the other one in 2011, I know that.
It is happening as we speak.
Ooh. Simultaneous.
Well, between 8 and 4:30, it's being done as we speak.
I get a little confused by the wording of 34.8. I'm hoping somebody can re-explain that to me.
34.8.
Freestanding signs. I know we can't change the wording of it, but I just reading through it, I got confused because it's.
The sign should be more important than the post holding it up.
You can't take a post and make
So
it,
the post can't be the sign.
right.
To give you an example, there's a sign for Cold Springs
Yes.
where the sign is
Has a roof on it and
regulation
everything else.
size, but there's a huge post on each side, there's a big roof over the top of it. If you look at it, the sign is visually is a very small part of that structure.
Okay.
And that's what this was,
But the structure was made huge to draw your attention to the sign.
right,
Gotcha. Okay. Because there was no regulation on the structure, just the sign.
correct. And this was an attempt for Chip to say to the guy, hey, that's a little too much.
Okay.
I mean, you could interpret that as structure as being a building, although I guess we do have another one that says it's not.
We have a definition of structure that is more than a building. Structure is almost anything that we do as people.
Okay, so a sign could be attached to anything.
Well, the definition is freestanding. The article is freestanding signs.
Okay.
And this 34.8, the reason why it only says proportions and then that's crossed out, there's no language, there's no other language after it that's crossed out. Actually, because we just renamed it freestanding signs.
Right.
But there was a section that was completely missing, right? From the language was missing from the ordinance. Never mind. Let me get to it.
I'm still,
I don't. recall that.
Human.
Now, are we going to add this, maybe Naomi does, this amended date to,
Yeah, that's not gonna get added until after town vote.
yeah.
So we're 3491.
I'm almost past that one, but yeah, sure. 3491.
Okay, that looks right.
I don't have that as one of the changes I made on the file I did.
I have that written.
Think we changed anything that night?
I don't think we did we?
I don't know about that, but I have this language.
I mean,
on-
the subcommittee put that language in.
No. We
Or something
changed 8
similar, at
feet to
least.
6 feet, and we got ground level,
Centerline elevation.
and we added elevation after center line.
Okay.
I think it was, and we tried to do that consistently
Okay.
with all of those changes.
So, I sign a business that wants to advertise some town function or something. It's really, it's not related to the business, but that would not be acceptable. Is that what that means? Well, if I had a business on the main street and I wanted to help the Boy Scouts, let's say, I really couldn't put that on the sign or something because it's not related to my business. It's there anyway now, too late, but I'm just not sure that.
Which section are you reading?
9-1.
Prohibited signs, 3491, yeah.
Well, that's the billboard provision.
A remote sign, yeah, pretty much, for you advertising for another business on your building kind of thing.
I noticed you're at the meeting, you haven't been carted off to jail by Chip. So I think you're pretty safe.
How did we come up with this?
You're talking about your Boy Scout thing?
Oh,
If I haven't seen it, don't worry about it.
I think you're right. You shouldn't do it. You can't do
No.
it.
But I would think if you were showing support for an organization like that or something, somebody would be pretty silly.
yeah, but
Yeah.
then there's people take offense to every organization on the face of the earth.
Right.
I know.
They'll be in to see Chip, say, hey,
I deal with them.
Okay.
34
We chat.
I think that's,
9.5?
Yeah, first sentence, acceptance provided by articles, blah, blah, blah. A, and then the capital A is struck out, so that's supposed to be lowercase all, is that?
That's
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanna make sure I understood that right.
I was changing it for lowercase.
Okay.
and instead of lit, we've used the word illuminated because somebody
Some-
wanted 8
yes.
syllables where one would be sufficient.
And the letters LIT are not eliminated in a row, so I didn't try to.
You could have crossed out the T and added aluminum.
Okay.
It was not an easy task to do this.
No, it's new. So far, you've done better than I have, though.
Same thing with the M down, the next one down.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Better put a strike through a period, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is. Everybody improves.
I'm okay with, okay, I think 9.5 reflects what we decided, so does 9.6, so does 9.7,
Yeah.
and 10.1.2. Yeah, I understand, Craig.
I just
That's
had
what
to,
we agreed to.
that's what we agreed to. I agree, that's what we agreed to.
And the change we made on 10.1.2, center line elevation of the road.
You know what's not consistent is in 34.3.1 is delete, and then we hit delete another one, that says deleted in its entirety.
I think we're not really worried about that. That's
No?
that's
I
something
always,
that Naomi's
I
gonna
always
do.
gotta write that delete its entirety, put the date
Yeah.
next to it, once it's approved at town meeting. We just put delete saying, that's gone,
That's our proposal.
yeah.
Yeah, 10.1.2 is right. Cape Village.
10.1.2?
34.10.1.2.
Yes, okay. And 10.1.3, I think.
And now I'm on 34.10.2.2. One side, 18, maximum. I don't know what we decided, but center line is either one word or hyphenated, and let's do it consistently throughout. And I think both are correct. But it seemed to me, is that the way we're doing all of the center lines?
Oh,
I thought we went with all one word.
it's all
I
one
think we
word.
did all one word.
Okay, then take that
I
hyphen
got a
out.
strike through there,
How you gonna-
strike through the space.
He already struck through the dash, you can't tell.
Nice cover.
That's not a typo. You're just reading it wrong, Neil.
That's what he's going for now.
Did he just graduate from law school or something?
Perfect, Neil, I don't know what you're talking about. I struck through the space.
Right, okay. So that's going to be one word, that's the
Right,
concept.
yeah.
I hope.
2, 3.
What would you say? It's like trying to strike out a period.
It looks like a dash.
Two, 3 looks, 10.2.3 looks okay to me.
Yes, I agree.
So we can get on to 10.3.2, I guess, right?
Is farmer's porch supposed to have an apostrophe in farmer's,
Yes, it belongs to the farmer.
even if it's not a farmhouse?
That's correct, that's the way it's described, unless you want it to belong to more than one farmer, and then you could say farmers, S apostrophe.
It's an
So you can- so you
an
can strike through the-
architectural designation.
So you can strike through the apostrophe and add another apostrophe and bold at the end of S.
And confuse everyone.
Right,
Including me.
yes.
Okay. Commercial, we're on 10.3.2.
Yes, 10.3.2.
One.
Hmm?
Primary sign. Contain no more than 2 surfaces and surface contain no
Why
more than
is
32
be
surfaces.
allowed have a
Shall be
hyphen
allowed
in there?
on
Is that the correct way to spell it?
one business.
Where?
Be allowed, there's a hyphen in it.
Or somebody got happy with their strike through?
I have no idea.
Well, it's also existing.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right, yeah, you're right.
It's not
Why worry?
it's not italics.
Let's not worry about it.
Just 75% of the height of the building, is that the language we're using consistently?
That's what we used in
Yes.
Okay.
YouTube.
Fine.
Yes. So we're on to 10.3.4, I believe.
Yes.
Which is all new.
Right.
It's good to me.
So,
Well,
so the Langtots, I'm applying 34.10.3.4 to Langtots. So Langtot now could have one large plaza sign that's illuminated, right?
Yes.
And the size depends, but it couldn't be more than 96 square feet plus. If they wanted the movable letterboard, they could have that also. And in addition, an illuminated sign on each of the businesses, Subway.
Right.
Now let's take, okay, and this
no,
only,
no, I don't agree. They can't have a 96 square foot sign saying Langtots. They can have a 32 square foot sign saying Langtots and 16 square feet for each business,
Up to 96 square feet.
up to 96.
Right.
but,
So Langtots can't be 96 square feet. Langtots can only be 32.
no. The content of the sign we don't control.
No,
So Langtots, assuming they have 10 businesses in there,
Is,
okay?
let me ask you this, before you continue, is Langtots a business that exists in that
Yes.
complex?
Well, it's Langtots Plaza, and there's also Langtot Supermarket or whatever, grocery.
Okay, so then they would be, then Langtots would be entitled to 32 square feet.
The plaza is entitled to 96 square feet.
no,
No.
not the way this is written. No.
Langtots,
The overall plaza, depending on the quantity or the amount of businesses there, cannot exceed 96 square feet.
correct.
Yes.
And so let's assume they have the requisite number of businesses to justify 96 square feet.
Yes.
That sign could contain one word, Langtots,
No,
96 square feet.
No,
no.
no. That primary business can only have
32.
32 square feet. Each additional business would get 16 square feet.
You're allowed a freestanding sign containing no more than 32 square feet plus an additional 16 square feet per business, identifying the lot plaza, and each business shall be allowed on the lot.
Are you telling,
That's the way I interpret that.
I
Maybe I'm wrong.
disagree.
Maybe not.
I'm,
I kind of see where Neil's going with
the,
that.
the sign, the size of the sign is determined by how large the plaza is. The larger the plaza, the larger the sign.
Yes.
But we can't regulate what they use that sign for. The sign owner could decide, I want the plaza name on there only, or the sign owner could decide, I don't want the plaza name at all, I want to have the individual business names, or some combination. We can't tell him or her what to put on the sign.
Unfortunately, it's too late.
But I don't understand. You're telling me that for each additional, how many square feet is it here?
16 per
For each
additional
additional-
business.
The only thing that can go on that additional square feet is the name of the business?
Additional businesses.
The Subway would get,
You know, there's two ways to interpret this.
yeah, I'm seeing that now.
Me too.
But there's nothing we can do. We can't change the text of it.
No.
You can approve it when the subdivision and the site plans are done. So Langtot couldn't come in here now and take his sign and say, I want to put up a 96 square foot sign that just says Langtot, and then have anybody else in that plaza put a sign up.
I think you can.
not
Not-
past the 96 square feet.
He can go up to, he can do
Assuming
90.
that he has the requisite number of businesses.
I think he
The
can.
way it's worded, he can have up to 96.
Yeah,
Right, so if he comes in and says, I want to have 96 square feet,
That says like tots, the way
That-
this is
No,
worded.
That's it.
but he won't tell us what he's gonna have on that sign, and he doesn't
Won't
have to.
matter.
doesn't matter. All he has to,
Exactly.
he comes in, tells you he wants a 96 square foot
He gets it.
sign, internally lit.
Yep.
Have a nice day.
That's it.
It actually doesn't have to come here at all, but that's beside the point.
No, he wouldn't.
But if Chip had a question,
oh, I would definitely send him to see you guys.
But that's not the intent of the way this was
That's
thought
a-
out.
that was not?
No,
No, the intent was 32 square feet saying
For the
one
primary,
Tots Plaza.
for the first business, and then each additional business would get an additional 16.
For
And
that-
you were saying
for
that additional business had to have its name on the
I
additional
don't agree with
16.
that.
Right.
You're,
Yeah.
That was the
I
justification.
don't agree with my interpretation either.
Yes.
well, it says, with 96 square feet, he can have 32 plus 16 feet identifying the lot, plaza, and each business. So,
But we can't force them, we can't force content on a sign.
Right.
We can only regulate dimensions of sign. And-
yeah, you did, it said 16 square feet,
But
no
we,
business the one that,
but we can't regulate what that extra 16 foot says. That's the problem.
Right.
Frankly,
With
we
this new
shouldn't.
law. No, we should.
We should.
No.
But this still makes sense in terms of the original concept. A plaza containing a larger number of businesses needs a larger sign.
Yes.
However they choose to use that is their business, but because it's a larger plaza, because there's more activity there, they have options that they have needs that require the larger sign. So I'm perfectly comfortable with the way it's written, and I think the interpretation is correct.
There's two different interpretations, and
But we're not gonna have the way this is written, we're not gonna have an option to,
We can't change it now anyway.
right.
You could put a whole bunch of commas in it if you want to.
Apparently we need to.
Okay, but I think that is,
That's what we intended
right,
at the time.
yes.
you intended the 32 foot
for the primary business.
on the front.
That's what we
The
intended.
vision that was motivating the sign committee was, we're gonna have one sign, a large sign, if there's one business. And if there are two businesses, the first business gets the large sign, or the plaza, and the second business gets its own 16-foot
Well,
sub-sign.
They could figure out who gets the top one or not, but
Right.
yeah,
And then if there were three businesses,
another 16.
They get more-
right,
they
and
more
Another
signs.
16, another
right,
16,
and
yeah.
presumably, the thinking was, on that extra 16 feet would be the name of the extra business.
That,
And that's a
that was the theory.
Yeah.
Moving on,
We're in the industrial district now, right?
we switch to the industrial district.
I thought you were up to severability.
Gonna smack you. Wow.
I think 341042 is correct.
Me too.
And I did find a typo in 1053 that we hadn't discussed.
Uh-oh.
Took the opportunity to correct it.
Clinton Grove,
Shape.
I know we,
Where's
I've been
that?
bringing that up before.
First line.
What's it, in the current, the ordinance says share. Should have been shape.
Fine.
Good call. I remember that coming up before one time. And severability sounds good to me.
Okay,
So.
So should I strike out those little, agreed to things and
Yes.
send them back
Yeah.
tomorrow, Chip?
That would be fine, because it goes to the selectmen Monday night. So
Okay.
whatever's done tomorrow, that's it.
should there be a vote on this, Craig?
Yes.
Yes. The question is, do we need separate votes, or do we need,
No. Separate votes for what?
Every ordinance.
No. I mean, every
Document
section?
Each article.
in its entirety. You've dealt with every issue, with every question, with every article that's been changed. You can vote on the whole
Craig, you've been
document.
making the changes on yours?
Yes,
I,
I'm all set.
I move that the planning, what's the technical word? Are we recommending this to the selectmen, or we're actually,
Presenting for town approval.
or we're moving the warrant article?
We're moving the
Moving
warrant
the
article.
warrant article.
I'm not sure moving's the right word, but yes.
Yeah, I move
We
that.
add it to the warrant article.
That the planning board warrant article with respect to, Article 4 and Articles 4, 19, 24, 27, and 34 in possession of the chairman be put forth on the warrant for the 2016 town meeting.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Discussion.
Where's the, where do we address the fact that the CEO will give out permits on permanent signs also? Which article?
3,
Yeah,
34.
it's in there.
It's in the existing
Permit
ordinance.
from the code enforcement officer shall be obtained before the installation of any permanent sign. Permits are not required for temporary signs.
What do we do about that? I know it's been there for a while, but I haven't seen it on the sign, the permit number and date of issuance. Affixed to the sign.
Craig,
No
I think
one
she
has-
put that in invisible ink.
No one has ever done it.
Maybe-
They all get sign permits, they have numbers on it, they know they're supposed to put the number on the sign, they just don't do it.
It could be in a Sharpie if they wanted to, or something like that.
Could be in a Sharpie, could be in anything.
Anything not
But
that-
when you issue the permit, it has a number.
It has a number.
And it says on there, you're supposed to put this on the sign?
Yep, and it has the date that the permit was issued. And
Okay.
it goes in the property file, and the building file, and the assessing file, somewhere on somebody's hard drive.
It does. The reason I ask is, it's the one part of the changes that I certainly have a reservation about. I mean, you've got, let's say man hours in this document has been changed, it's probably in the hundreds. And it's a very complex article, and I don't think that any one man on the face of the earth could implement it, you know, or maybe could, but might be subject to error. And I think that, I mean, maybe having the, go to the planning board wasn't a great plan. I think the gripe was, it took a couple of weeks at least, right, to get a permanent sign.
Mhm.
Well, in some cases, if somebody's coming in with a new business, with a new sign, I guess even in that case, we don't address the sign, Chip does.
Right, they don't have to come to the planning board anymore, so I mean, they can do it in one.
Well, no. they
But
have
it's
to
gonna
come
be
to-
on their site plan.
They're coming to the
If
planning
they're
board.
filing a site plan,
Right.
their sign is gonna be on
Okay,
it.
okay, if you think about the one we just, expedite plan we just heard.
Yeah.
If he wasn't building those things, and he was just repairing compactors, he would not have came in here, correct?
Correct,
And if he wanted to put up a new sign out front, he could do it without coming to the planning board. With
correct,
this ordinance.
correct.
That's the difference.
Well, not only that, but any,
If TD Bank gets sold and becomes something else, and they want to put up a different sign,
yeah,
happens to be a different shape,
Yeah.
they can do it without coming to the planning board.
yeah, but they gotta come to the planning board for all manner of changes and,
TD Bank becomes, I don't know, center point.
XYZ Bank.
XYZ
oh, no,
Bank.
no, I was
They're
thinking
gonna put-
TD
they're
Bank
gonna put-
becomes a gymnasium.
No,
That's different.
That's different.
It is,
Yes.
but we still have no say over that sign.
No.
Chip makes that determination. So
Let's
we-
assume that when they came forward with the site plan, they showed a sign that was inconsistent with the ordinance.
We would certainly be asking them about a sign with the site plan.
We couldn't approve that sign with it inconsistent with the ordinance.
You couldn't
So-
approve the site plan.
Right, so we don't approve that site plan. They come back, they have a corrected sign that now is shown on the site plan in conformity with the ordinance, and we approve it. Then, they go to Chip and say, I'd like a permit. Chip looks at the site plan and says, Whether or not their permit is granted depends upon whether the sign conforms to what they had in the
Yeah, but
site.
that's exactly what we're doing now.
No.
Well, this was changed.
So right now.
No, because when they would come to me, I would say, I can't sign this, you gotta go to the planning board.
So
Have a
we would
nice
look at
day.
the sign for a second time.
Well, that's overkill, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But,
And we've eliminated that.
so
And
I
I,
guess the.
and I couldn't get yelled at that way.
Well, you should get yelled at, I don't know.
Yeah, you should. That's why you get paid the big
But
bucks.
Chip will get yelled at now if he starts issuing sign permits that are inconsistent with the ordinance.
Yes.
We'll yell at him.
So be it. He doesn't, he's used to it. It's like. so-
What's your point? He's used to it.
No, I just think that, that's the one, I think I stated that when we first looked at this. It's a tough one-person job.
You mean you're commiserating with Chip?
When Neil retires, though, I'm gonna
Just the
make him
sign
my,
alone, never
I'm
mind.
gonna make him my deputy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
all
get him a ladder
Okay,
and an AK-47, and he can take care of the signs.
well, I guess nothing we look at, do we approve 100%, so we'll leave it at that. That's my concern.
Any further discussion?
I have a discussion on a different subject.
Well, no, we got a motion right now we got to
Oh, I'm sorry.
discussing about.
On that subject, no.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Okay, but yet, before you get onto your subject, I would assume, this may be a bad assumption, that this will this will be broken down into at least,
5 different warrant articles or something, right?
Yeah,
probably 7.
7.
yes,
You have
Okay.
to have a separate warrant article?
for everyone,
Article?
for everyone.
Otherwise, they vote no because they don't like the definition of bed and breakfast, we don't get a sign order.
That's why we only put the italics in the, if you look at the way the warrants are written, there'll be,
It's always been like that.
Article 1 is the,
So there's gonna be a lot of work.
to operate the whole thing. Article 2 is the budget. Article 3 starts these things, and it goes Article 3, Article 4, Article 5, Article 6, Article 7,
So
down till every one of these things is listed on that warrant.
But is it one warrant article that lists all of them?
No.
No.
So what happens?
If you've got
I think
25 corrections on this, you've got 25 warrant articles.
It should be one article for the definition of a hotel, one article for definition of bed and breakfast, one article.
That's
for
what,
sign.
and we don't print it all
So
out,
it'd be
we just
1,
put a
2,
few
3,
words.
4, 5.
And then on the bottom, it says, on file in the
7.
clerk's office.
I understand that.
Should be 8 articles.
All of these 8 articles that we have are interconnected. So if one of the
I assume Article 34 is gonna be one vote.
That would be one,
I see what
yeah,
you're
it's
saying.
Article 34. Amend Article
I'm
34
saying
to be-
so
definition.
what happens if they don't, if they,
I'm saying definition, that's 1. Bed and breakfast is 2. Sign definition is 3. 19.1 is 4.
let's assume that Article 3, the sign definition, fails, and Article 34 passes.
Oh, boy, then we got
We
a
got
problem.
no definition of sign.
No, we do not. Yes, we do.
Where is
Still a
it?
definition in.
We have the old definition.
No, we deleted it. They passed Article 34.
We have another definition in 4.1
Currently?
currently. We have 2 definitions of signs right now.
They just won't, if they vote down the article for Article 4, we'll lose the definition of bed and breakfast, and we'll lose the addition.
No, I think 4 is gonna be, Article 1 would be hotel, Article 2 would be bed and breakfast, Article 3 would be definition of sign. Article 4 would be 19.1, Article 5 would be 23.
Well, I would think that 4.1 would cover both of these. I mean, that's what you, otherwise you're gonna have about 15
Yeah, it
articles.
should be,
There you go, 7.
Wouldn't it
No,
make
yeah,
sense, Chip, to
8,
have all of the
5,
articles, that all of
7,
the aspects
8.
of the changes we made that relate to signs,
Maybe 8.
whether it's in Article 4, the definitions.
That's up to Drescher and Naomi.
I don't think we can, Neil.
It's
I don't think-
already been passed on to
I
Drescher.
don't
I
think we can
haven't
lump
heard anything
4.1
back,
and 34
and
together.
Naomi started numbering them today.
Because I could see the buffer zone things as separate. But I don't understand how you
Every
can
one of them.
have stuff relating to the same subject, signs, in three separate warrant articles,
Two.
or 2 separate warrant articles. Isn't it a package? There are,
The problem is there are different articles in the zoning, so
but my point is that it makes no sense.
I don't know if we have
Well,
to recall it, shall they?
You can come and argue that one Monday night with the selectmen as to how they want to put it on, but
Did Drescher already tell us how to do this, or?
Drescher has not gotten back to me yet. I called him today. He did not call back before I left for Portland.
If it's possible, I think all of the ordinance changes
Let's read
related
6,
to
7,
the
8.
same subject should be in a single article. A
Yeah.
single warrant article.
I did it last year, and
Yeah.
Craig said I numbered them wrong, so
Let's see.
I'm not doing them.
How
But
did
if
we
I
happen
did
to
them,
lump those?
they would be every one of them.
It doesn't make sense to
Shall
change
the
34
town vote
It-
to
it-
accept
it's
changes
gonna
to
be-
Article
it's gonna be Article
34.3? Shall the town vote to accept changes?
No,
And I would say,
You go look at the old warrant articles, the way they're written. Some of the years, the planning board had 40 or 50 damn articles.
but that's crazy.
Oh, no shit, no kidding.
yeah, but about 6 years ago, we had a long conversation with Naomi about that, and we said we were gonna, and she agreed we could condense a bunch of them.
Ask her. She's
Okay,
the one that's
Speak
doing
to her
it.
and see if she'll put everything related to the same topic in one ordinance.
I don't think she can put,
She can put everything related to signs, the definitions, whether they're in Article 4 or Article, or whatever it is, the definition section, and everything related to Article 34, because it's all signs, that should be one warrant article. There
but
should be a
that-
separate warrant article
But
for the
that's
buffer zone
someone
stuff.
else's decision other than the planning board. The planning board can request that it be done the way you want it done, but it's up to the, technically, it's up to the selectmen.
I would request that there be a single article dealing with all of the sign elements, so that if the townspeople like the changes, they get them. If they don't like the changes, they don't get them. But you can't pick and choose and create a hodgepodge
Kind of a line
ordinance.
item veto.
yeah.
I like the definition of hotel, but not B&B.
yeah.
And you know, once they start checking off no, it goes to the bottom of the page.
So,
Yes, Bruce.
So-
I think we're on another subject.
What do we need to do to get the current zoning and the current subdivision regulations posted on the town website?
That is a good question.
It is being worked on as we speak.
You've been saying that for 2 years.
We just took the zoning
Yeah,
off,
but-
but the zoning just got taken off because it hadn't been updated. I spoke to Naomi about that this morning.
Yeah, that was a real old one.
And I also,
The zoning was like 2 years
no, it
old.
wasn't. It was
It
last
was the
year's.
subdivision regs that were real old.
Subdivision regs were real old, and I also asked her if we could get the program so that we could put them on in non-changeable, writable applications.
you mean now they're,
Yeah,
Fillable
you
PDFs.
can get fillable PDFs.
And I do this all day long at work for PC to do.
You just have to have the right copy of Adobe to do it.
It's not a
It
big
doesn't
deal.
mean they can,
If the town doesn't have that copy,
Bruce already did it.
the fillable, you've already done a fillable PDF?
yeah, with, they didn't use Adobe, you can do it with,
And that was sent up to heaven, and the second floor did not do anything about it. If you are assuming that I am going to go up, champion your cause, don my horse, climb up on Roscanante's back and charge, you may wish to get more sleep tonight.
Yeah, I have all the stuff to update them, but since I started doing these minutes in the zoning board, I just have not had a chance to update everything.
So we will make her some time and money available to get it all done, at least in Word, and then shipped upstairs, and it will be put on the website.
It's
I
a
have-
work in progress.
I have nothing to do with the website. I am the horse that brings the regulations to the trough, and then you have to ask someone else to drink.
are we finished, Mr. Chairman?
I thought we were. Nope,
What
nope,
about
nope.
minutes?
Chuck has his hand up.
At our next work session, I would like to see on the agenda
I know where you're
addressing
going.
our vesting regulations.
Most definitely. Subdivision, I think we should just do don't tell the whole world this. Go through the subdivision regulations, at least with somewhat of a wide brush.
And after our last dealings with vesting and everything that it took to get it through zoning and not through zoning, vesting
That's what we
is
didn't
now,
do.
is now regulated by state statute. And it has been removed from our zoning
Oh,
regulation
really? Well, yes, you said that, but it's it should be in our subdivision regulations.
When do we remove it from our zoning regulations?
last year,
We did?
because it's covered by state statute. We don't need an ordinance.
I'd like to.
The copy I have, it has it typed right into the
I'd like
zoning
to be
ordinance.
updated.
Yeah,
on
we
what-
did, that
and
went
what is
last year.
Factual here.
You don't have the latest thing. What you do need to address, and you're right, we need to do it the planning board. Remember the thing that we had in zoning that needed to be taken out as
Is
far
it
as?
still, is it in zoning now?
It is still, that is still in
You
zoning.
just told me it wasn't.
Well, the other part of vesting, but the thing you were talking about, the vesting that's in zoning, has to come out and be put in the subdivision regs, which we put off doing until we could have, because we could do it at a planning board meeting.
Right, but I think that,
I
number
think
one,
all
I'd
you
like to
have to-
understand what we're even looking at.
All you have to
I don't know
do is
what
the
is
public,
state regs.
public
what are-
hearing.
what-
What it was substantial completion. You defined substantial completion, which was what was required for vesting. The substantial completion needs to be in the subdivision regulations, not in zoning.
Yeah, but we
Can you
put
do
in
me a
the-
favor?
Yeah, shut
Make
up.
sure we all have a copy of the current subdivision regulations,
Yeah,
because I have a feeling we don't.
well, I know you don't. And
Okay.
let me ask you a question. Where do you think I'm gonna find them? They just got taken, they were on the website.
No, they weren't.
They were on the website and they were taken off
Not the
last
current
week.
ones. Those
Not the
old
current
Or-
ones.
They were the latest ones that we had.
They weren't
What-
current.
Were what was, no, they weren't current. They were the latest ones we had on that website. Nothing got changed on the website last year
Yeah, the driveway stuff didn't get put on.
at all. No, none of it.
I'd like to see an updated,
That's ones
An
I have.
updated
revised
explanation,
from,
because I really don't
October 08.
have a handle on,
That's,
you know.
that's like plan review.
Have you, Tina, have you updated the subdivision regulations?
I haven't got anything on these yet.
So if somebody comes in for a subdivision,
They can't get regulations.
hey, this is,
They get the subdivision regulations that are on the website.
Which are not the ones.
I have been on bended knee for almost 2 years to try and get this done, and it has not been done. So somebody other than me needs to talk to somebody else.
and that's, I mean,
Okay.
how can the responsible board not have a copy of the rules that it's supposed to follow?
It just has not,
Thank you, Craig.
I will send some emails around tomorrow.
it has not been done.
So we're
I've
gonna,
been trying
we're
to
going
do these in between everything that I'm involved in, but
Because Wendy Stevens updated both and put them, the latest update we had was from Wendy Stevens, and that went on the website. And that latest was over a year ago, and that came off the website last
Is
week.
it possible to recover that from the website and then quickly update it?
If somebody's got it.
I got all of it.
I
Well, what about the
I have
book
the same
version
one.
we have?
I've been waiting to get it to
That's
print
all.
the book.
That's why you're wrong, Chip.
Yeah, but the only thing we have,
I have
So
not
you
been
know
able
I
to
have,
print the
yeah.
book because I do not have the regulations in any kind of electronic format whatsoever.
And they're not
Craig?
updated.
You have it in electronic format?
I think so. I thought Naomi sent me the whole thing before we started doing the driveway regulations. It wouldn't be hard for me
I
to,
have a copy from the website.
it wouldn't be hard for me to stick the
Hard
driveway.
copy or electronic?
I think it saves it on my computer, so I can easily update it.
It's all PDF though, it's not Word.
yeah, that's the other thing you want.
I got Word. I
No,
got
but
Word. I got
can-
Word.
But I can convert it to Word though.
Yeah, that's easily converted.
I got the old regulations prior to the driveway changes, which obviously, I mean, I do have the driveway changes also, so it'd just be up, and hopefully I wouldn't strike through things I'm not supposed to.
I have the driveway changes I've physically printed out, and I think I do have those electronically lurking somewhere around on my hard drive.
You certainly have them in one or two places. In your emails, at least 3 or 4 places, unless you deleted them.
Oh, I would never.
I know you have the driveway
I would
regulations.
never do that.
Well, so in, my opinion is, that we have no vesting regulations anywhere that are
No, we do not.
enforceable.
No, we do not.
Okay.
You have no substantial completion regulations.
Right.
You have vesting regulations. Vesting is done by state statute. You,
The town of Weare does not have any
the board,
definition
gets
for
to
substantial completion.
determine what substantial completion
Okay,
is.
well, maybe that's where I'm going with it.
I
It's-
thought we had a definition of.
It's
It's in
in
the- it's in
zoning,
the
it needs to
zoning
be taken
regulations.
out of zoning and put it in site plan
So
or
why don't-
subdivision
Why don't you
regulations.
schedule a public
Yes.
hearing on site plan,
We don't need
Subdivision
a
regs.
public-
not site plan, on,
Subdivision. It's
Subdivision.
both,
Subdivision.
actually, both. Has to
and
be
we've got a
both.
lot of other things that we want to do there,
Yes,
including road widths and so forth.
yes, we do.
So at the next work session, you will work up a whole list of things that you want published for public hearings, and I'll publish them for the following meeting.
Good idea.
We'll see. Okay.
Because I don't want to, publish one thing
Miss 5.
for the next meeting and miss 5, and then for the next 5 months in a row, do them one at a time.
Well, we're gonna be a while, in my opinion. It isn't gonna be a one-meeting event.
That's fine, but at least we're starting the process.
Okay.
January's time to start. January, February's time to do it. We'll hopefully get it done before May.
Where's substantial completion go? That doesn't go in zoning either.
Subdivision.
Huh?
Subdivision.
You take it out of
Subdivision and site zoning.
Okay.
Are you ready for a motion?
No. One thing, I will email all kind of people about that stuff we just talked
I would
about.
be overjoyed.
Can you make sure Art Siciliano and Bovair knows that their site plan across from Lang Tutts is continued till March, whatever it was? And if he doesn't show up, we're gonna reject the application?
I believe he already knows, but I will make a
Just make
point of
sure.
telling him.
I know I emailed him, but I didn't get a reply, so I wanna make sure that he knows. Yes.
I move we stand adjourned.
We have a second?
We're not doing minutes?
No.
Okay. All right.
All in favor?